Okay. All right, folks. Welcome to COVID-19 Iron Chef. Okay, we're going to do something different. First of all, this is going to be a recorded show. We're not going live due to our technical equipment and everything. We're going to have to shoot this. We have to shoot this on a recorded level. All right. Today we have this Sweet Surrender Bakehouse in Wantor, correct?
In Levittown.
In Levittown. I'm sorry, Levittown. And
Okay.
we have the Catch in Patchogue. Okay.
Right.
Helen is with the Sweet Surrender Bakehouse in Levittown, and Mike is with the Catch in Patchogue. All right, we're going to start off with Helen and take it from there. What I'm doing is I'm bringing these places to you guys now. Some have been on the show before, some haven't, and we want you to be fully aware of what's going on in their establishments and what they're doing. Okay, so I'm going to switch it over to Helen. Go right ahead.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Chef Felix. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. Yeah. So the way COVID has impacted us is we were closed on Palm Sunday. We came to the difficult decision to close for a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks led to more than a couple of weeks, and we reopened about 10 days ago, I would say.
Okay.
And the community was very happy to have us back. They were very happy that we reopened. We established a lot of safety protocols. We social distance as much as one possibly can in the kitchen. Everybody's wearing gloves. Everybody's wearing a mask. In the front, what we did was we established a table at the door so that when people come in, there's a 6 feet barrier between us and them. And they still have the ability to come to the store and to look at all our products, which I'll give you a little bit of a tour of in a little bit. But there's still that 6 feet social distancing distance. And people come in, they pick out what they want like they used to. We write on cakes. We, help them pick out all the sweets that they could possibly want and require.
Hey, now, do some people call in their orders? Oops, sorry.
What's that?
Do some people call in their orders and then you do any kind of curbside pickup too?
Yeah, I mean, not so much curbside pickup, but if anybody wants to place an order, they can definitely call it in, and we'll have it ready for them when they come in.
Okay, great.
Curbside pickup sometimes isn't fair to people who come and wait online. So
Right.
You have some people that are waiting online, and then someone just pulls up and calls up. And don't forget, I'm working with a finite number of items. So if I only have 12 jelly donuts left, and
Right.
somebody calls in and says that they want a dozen, well, what happens to everybody that's online or that are in the
Right.
shop?
Okay,
So
well, it seems like you
that's
got
why it
that.
doesn't really work for our
Right.
business.
Well, it seems like you
We
got
have
that under
delivery options
control,
through Uber Eats,
right?
and that's about it. And that's what we've been trying to do, for the last 10 days.
Okay. Seems like you have everything under control. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, we limited our menu. We cut out some items because, again, we're staggering staff in the back. We're staggering the staff in the front so that we can not have any overlapping of shifts. And as such, we've had to cut back on some of the products.
Right.
But if somebody wants to place an order for something and it's something that we used to make, we're able to do it for them, we do.
Okay, so
But
basically,
we still have a full stack, which I'm going to show you right now.
what is it that people seem to be ordering the most right now?
Listen, I mean, donuts and smaller occasion cakes.
Right.
No one's having the big parties anymore, but they're still celebrating a birthday. They're still celebrating a graduation, but the cakes are definitely just smaller than what they used to be.
Okay.
And nobody comes in here and doesn't buy one of our donuts. They always need a jelly.
I've had your donuts, as you could see, and they're delicious.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour right now. So
Okay, great. Why don't you do that?
We have all the fresh bread. that's baked every day. We have rolls, we have rye bread, Italian, French, semolina, challah bread.
Nice.
And then on this end, we have the donuts.
They look
We have
great.
the cinnamon sugar jelly, the Boston creams, powdered, frosted, French crullers, cinnamon raisin bread.
They look delicious. What do you think, Mike? They look good or what?
I think I'll take all those Boston creams to go, please. Those look incredible.
I'll pack them up for you. When are you coming?
I'll come down with some lobsters for you. We'll have an exchange program.
Oh, that sounds like a fair deal to me.
I was gonna say,
I think I
pretty
might
good.
get the better end of that.
I'm not sure. We'll see.
And then we have our cakes here, you know.
Okay.
Like I said, the carousel isn't as full as it used to be
Right.
on any given Thursday. But, you know, it is what it is. So
Well,
we're
I'm
trying
sure,
to accommodate whatever the customers want.
I'm sure as we go on, hopefully everything will start to progress back to normal again, you know? So
Yeah.
let's hope so.
And of course, we have our cannolis front and center.
Yes. This is the house of the granola.
Yep.
Yep. For those viewers that don't know, Helen's Bakery created a cannoli, and they do different types of cannoli every day or every month. What do you usually do?
Every month we change it. We always have original. Original just has the cannoli cream on the inside. And then every month we do a flavor of the month. And what we decided to do this year was bring summer early and start the coconut one.
That looks delicious. Yep.
You know, a little earlier than we normally do.
Great. That looks good. Really good. Nice.
But, you know, I mean, just the regular pastries that we have, like I said.
Uh-huh.
The showcases are just a little emptier than what they normally would be.
Right. Of course. And are you open every day, or are there certain days you close?
We're closed on Mondays.
Closed on Mondays. Okay.
Yeah, hold on, I'm going to switch this over now.
And what are your hours? I don't know if you said that already, but go ahead.
Yeah, we're open every day except Mondays. We open at 6 a.m. We close at 7 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays, and Sundays we close at 6. We've kept the same hours pretty much that we had before, because I don't think that really was affected, at least for us. You know, COVID didn't really affect our hours. And don't forget, we start baking overnight. So my crew comes in at 12:30. I mean, if anything, they're coming in a little bit earlier now.
Right.
So that they can leave a little earlier so that the next shift can come in.
Uh-huh. Are we able to see your baker at all? Say hello to her or no?
Oh, well, they're all gone for the most part.
They're gone, right? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
they come here. They're here at 12:30.
That's true. If they start at 12:30, they're gone. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe next time we'll come back again. So.
Yeah, come in a little earlier. Absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, Helen, I want to thank you for all the help you gave us during the year and everything. You really came through for us with some of the shows and everything.
Now, anything
Thank
you
you.
guys need, I appreciate all the support that you guys also give us. You're always very good to us with your kind words and everything else.
Right. Well, our studio is getting redone, and we're planning on doing some different things, and I'm sure you're going to be a part of that. Okay.
Can't wait.
Mike too. Mike also, you'll be a part of that.
Can't wait.
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So right now we're doing the home cast because of COVID. But actually, from doing the home cast, we're still keeping most of our audience, which is great. You know.
Well, that's great.
I just started this now because things are starting to open up more, and I could give you guys a chance more now, get some exposure in. You know. So that's what we're doing. All right, Helen, so thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I know you're going to be working hard today.
Yeah.
And we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
At Governors Radio. And we hope to see you soon. Okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Good luck.
And let me know whenever you want to do that lobsters for Boston cream.
There you go.
Fine by me. I got no problem with that.
Right, you could do a patchogue run back and forth. You could do the granola.
Good.
2 granolas for a lobster, though. That's fair.
Hey, I'll even go for 3 or 4 cannolis for a lobster.
Right. Hey, make it an even half dozen.
I'll be
that's
honest.
all. Yeah. All right.
I'm an honest broker. Don't worry about it.
Okay, excellent. Sounds good.
All right. Great.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Helen.
Take care, Mike. Nice meeting you.
Okay.
At
You
least
too.
this way.
Good luck with everything.
Felix, always a pleasure to be with you as well.
Always a pleasure, Helen. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of the show.
All right.
care.
Thanks a
Thank you.
lot.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Mike. So
All right.
you're on.
Yeah. Well,
Tell,
you know,
tell us where you're at. Tell us again where you're at, your address and everything, and then.
Sure. Yeah, we're right in the heart of Patchogue. We're on North Ocean Avenue, 63 North Ocean. And
Okay.
we've been here going on 4 years now. And obviously things are a little different these days. But
Right.
I'm wearing my mask and my gloves right now too because I'm still in the kitchen cooking. We're getting the soups ready for service today. Getting some of our more popular items ready to go. We are still doing limited hours. We closed for about a month as well, just to clear everything out. And fortunately, we've got one of the smallest restaurants I think on the island. We're only about 700 square feet here.
Oh wow.
So it was a little bit easier for us to clean and sanitize everything. That was one of the first things we did. And we just wanted to get an idea of how things would work once we came back. And we're just starting to get the hang of it now after being open for about 2 months now. So it's very much all takeout. We're all curbside pickup because the fact that we are so small, we don't really want to let lots of people in and and possibly contaminate anything in here. So
Right.
call your orders in. We prepare them for you. As soon as you get to the back parking lot, we bring them right out to your car for you. So
Okay, so you have the curbside then.
exactly, the curbside pickup. And it's
Okay.
it's a new business model for us, so we're still kind of adjusting to it as
Right.
well. But it's working. But
Unfortunately, that might be the new norm for a while. The curbside
I think
pickups.
so. Yeah. Well, just yesterday, we moved into phase 3, which here in Patchogue means we're allowed to serve outdoors. So a lot of the restaurants around town and on Main Street have been setting up little outdoor areas, tables 10 feet apart, and a lot of people have been able to enjoy that on a nice day like it was yesterday.
Right.
So hoping that it kind of keeps trending that way. I don't have very much room out here. They said I could set up in a parking lot out back, but
Oh,
I don't
that's
know how many
good.
people. We're considering how we can make it work and how it's going to feel like you can have a nice meal and like you're not sitting in a parking lot. But
Right.
we'll try to figure that out. And again,
You know what? Everybody's been in house, so it doesn't make a difference where you sit outside.
It's true. It's true. Especially if we could serve a few cocktails out there too.
That makes it better. Everything looks
People won't
beautiful
mind
after a
going
few
out much.
cocktails.
Right.
How many people again are you able to serve now outside?
Well, right now we don't have any, so we're going to set it up to where we can have 2 and maybe 3 tables. So it'll be very, very limited. Maybe 8 or 10 people at a time.
Right.
But again, we have to figure out how to make that work, and if we
Right.
have to make reservations or wait in person. So we're definitely figuring out. My family owns another restaurant in Belport called Avino's Italian Table, and they have lots of outdoor seating. So they're kind of figuring out for us how this is all going to work and trying to work all the kinks out. So
Right.
when it comes to a place like me, I can just kind of throw it in and get ready.
Right.
In the meantime, we're still doing our steady business to our clientele who have been
Good.
really great. They've been so supportive of us, and the biggest complaint we've had is that people miss coming in and having a drink and hanging out with us. And honestly, that's what we miss the most too. So it's been a tough transition, but we're making the best of it now. And
Good. I'm
it looks
glad.
like it's getting better from here.
Good.
So we'll
Good.
just keep going forward.
Right. I guess everybody's got to get used to those masks, huh? I haven't worn one yet, so I'm not looking forward to it.
It's tough. We're cooking everybody's food all day long, so we're just trying to be as careful as we can about everything.
Right.
And even the chefs back here, it's tough, but we try to stay 6 feet apart whenever we can. It's
Right.
hard to do, but we do the best with what we're working with, and we're just extra careful about everything because that's the way it has to be right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. I mean, I was a chef. I could imagine the heat and everything, and then you have to wear a mask. It's got to be very uncomfortable.
It can be unbearable sometimes. Yeah. But
I mean, you need that oxygen. You need to breathe.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to take a step outside and walk around the block and
Right.
just kind of express yourself, but you know, it's for the right cause, for the right reason, so we have
Right.
to do it.
Uh-huh. All right. Anything else you want to go over? Anything you want to show us something? Whatever you want. This is
Yeah,
your time.
sure. I'd love to just show you. You know,
This is
one
your
of the
time.
most popular items we've been doing lately has been our lobster roll. Everybody's loving our lobster rolls.
Okay.
I think it's just one of those things that it's a little more decadent than your average takeout food that you're getting, and it gives you a little bit of you know, a flavor of before the whole crisis and a little break from it. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up on how we do it and why ours is a little bit better than most other people's.
Sure.
So yeah, for starters, we start with this really great roll from it's actually Blue Duck Bakery out in Freeport, out on the North Fork out there.
Okay, what's the name of it? I'm sorry.
It's called Blue Duck Bakery, and they've got a couple locations there. Really excellent bakery, and you know, that's a great lobster roll starts with the roll, and none's better than theirs.
Hold that roll up a little closer to the camera.
Yeah,
so we
so
can see
you've got
that.
it's a top
nice.
split.
Okay.
Yep, top split brioche roll, perfect size for a nice big £1.25 lobster that we put on it.
Wow, you put £1.25 on that.
We've
Very
got
nice.
a whole £1.25 lobster that we take the meat out of it for you. And here, let me show you what we do with it here.
Sure.
So if I can turn this around.
Take your time.
Yep. So yeah, we've got our soups prepping here for every day. We've got our New England and Manhattan clam chowders.
Okay.
And sometimes we do a couple specials too with our seafood bisque and lobster corn. But here's where the real magic happens. So we've got a whole lot of clarified butter sitting ready to go, and then we dump our whole lobster meat right into that butter.
Wow,
so
nice.
Literally a butter poached lobster. And a lot
Wow.
of people say that, but it's a little different when you just saute it in the pan or when you really submerge all the lobster in that butter.
Wow,
so we
that's
got a
something.
little more clarified butter down here. And then we
Okay.
get this nice blue duck bun all soaked.
Nice.
Yeah, so this will toast up for us real quick on our hot skillet here. And then while that's happening, we've got our lemon zest aioli.
Okay, it's lemon zest aioli, you said?
Yeah, so we've got some lemon zest, a little bit of lime juice, and a couple other spices that go into this lemon zest aioli. And that's a real big part of the whole process, too.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got this. We've got some of our nice shredded iceberg lettuce here, and then we finish it off with some of our house seasoning, which is pretty similar to an Old Bay. It's got a little more kick, a lot of cayenne and celery salt, that kind of thing.
Nice. Wow, that looks great.
We just let that go for a little bit, get that nice and toasty.
Nice. Look at that. Nice brown. Good color.
Absolutely. Yeah, and this we'll go through because we're doing a lot of Lobster Fest on on Wednesdays. We have our Lobster Fest. So we do whole £1.25 lobster bakes that come with mussels and clams and corn and potatoes, and it's a really good looking lobster bake. So we do a whole lot of those on Wednesday, and then we take all the meat from all the lobsters that we don't sell that day, and those all get broken down, and we serve lobster rolls for the next day or two. And it's just, there's nothing like a fresh boiled lobster right out of the poached butter, and it's really awesome. Let me show you these finishing steps over here. 2 times.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so we're nice and toasty on the bun here. Look at that.
I wonder if my wife is up so she could see this. She'll want to drive out the patchwork today.
Here, hold this for me, Georgie. You can have my chef help me out here just to hold it down for me. So we finish it off with this good amount of this lemon aioli in here.
Right.
And then a little bit of lettuce because you want a little crunch in there too.
Oh, nice.
Just to give it a little extra
Zing.
bite to it. Yep.
Yeah. That looks great.
Back over here.
You didn't even put the lobster in yet. It looks great.
Yeah, and you right. But this is where the magic happens because you've got all that butter already poached right into the lobster, and we don't short you on the meat. You got one whole lobster for every roll.
Right.
So you're getting the knuckles, you're getting the claws, you're getting the tail meat, you're getting the whole
Getting everything.
pound and a quarter.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
What I like about what you're doing is you know, you're not mixing it with all that mayonnaise or anything like that, like other places do. You know?
right. You got just a little bit on the roll, but that's
Yeah.
just to give you a little more flavor.
Right.
And then, like I said, you finish it. Nice little dusting of our seasoning salt.
Nice.
And then that is a lobster roll that I'll put up against anybody else's.
Oh yeah. That looks great. And delicious. Delicious.
Awesome.
Really good.
Yeah.
Now, do you serve that with anything like fries, coleslaw, or
Yeah.
anything like
So
that?
it comes with potato chips or French fries, and then
Okay.
you get slaw and the pickle that comes with it too.
Oh, slaw and a pickle. Nice.
Oh yeah.
That's quite a hefty meal if you think about it. You got a pound and a quarter, you said, of lobster. Then you get the fries, and you, or if you want the fries, you get the coleslaw and pickle too. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we get the whole thing, and it's, you know, it's not never frozen. We get all our lobsters live.
Right.
We cook them all the day of that you're getting it, and it's really the only way to do it in my book. We get a lot of suggestions of people who ask if we can do it the salad way with the mayo mixed in and the celery, and we do it that way too. But if you ask me, this is the butter poach way is the only way to go.
Oh yeah. I mean, you go straight to the meat. You don't have to worry about anything, you know.
Exactly.
And you got the flavor from the zest aioli and everything like that. The lemon zest aioli.
And the best part is that towards the end of the day, we keep that butter. So all the lobster that's going into that butter starts flavoring it and giving it more of the lobster flavor.
Right. It'll
By the end of the
infuse
day,
into it.
That you're getting that lobster flavored butter
Right.
poached goodness, and you
Right.
can't beat that.
It's all infused and stuff. Excellent.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's great. Oh wow. Good.
So yeah, that's one of our best sellers right now. We've pretty much got our whole menu available. If you go to our website, catchoysterbar.com, hit the menu button. We update that every day.
Okay.
What we have available and the specials that we're doing. We're also doing lots of oyster kits for like a shuck it yourself oyster kit. So we've got our own oyster knives, and you get a dozen oysters and our sauce,
wow.
our mignonette sauce. So that's a great thing to like bring to the beach with you one day, or if you're having a picnic with the family.
Nice.
Shucking a couple oysters and putting.
Oh,
on the
absolutely.
grill.
Yeah.
It's a really nice way to
you know,
go to your parties. Yeah.
Get some oysters. Even go home, sit outside, crack a beer can, man, and you're good, man, with the oysters.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm telling everybody to practice their oyster shucking skills, because when all this is over, we're going to need to hire somebody to help us keep up with the demand over here. So
absolutely,
you can hone in on a new talent while you're in quarantine.
That's a talent, you know. Shucking in itself, it's a talent.
It sure is. It takes
it's very
practice.
difficult, you know.
Yeah, I've been doing it for my whole life, and I still cut my hands almost every single day. So
in cooking school, I had to do it, and I'll tell you, man, it was not pretty what was going on in the classroom. There was a lot of Band-Aids and you know, a lot of bleeding going on.
Oh yeah. And we're talking about, you know, maybe 1,000 oysters in a day, so your hands are going to be a little sore by the end of it.
Oh, absolutely. You get a cramp in your hand or something like that, you know.
Yep. Now you know why they wear those chainmail gloves when a lot of the guys do it, because you need it.
Someone told me, like, the colder the clam or the oyster, the better it is to shuck. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's a little truth to that. So if you put your clams in a really cold fridge or even in the freezer for, 5 minutes, you don't want to kill them or anything.
Right.
They'll actually open up a little bit, and it's one way to do it if you're having trouble really getting them open. But the oysters, that's not really too true.
Right.
You really just want them to be nice and clean, and then let them sit in the fridge for an hour or so, and they'll loosen up a little bit, but it depends on the oyster and how easy or hard it is to open up.
Did anybody ever find a pearl in the oyster or anything like that?
Yeah, we actually do find pearls from time to time, but they're
Wow.
They're not like the big, beautiful pearls that you might see on a pearl necklace. These are little pieces of sand that got into the oyster, and then it builds shell around that sand.
Right.
So we'll find little misshapen, but yeah, we've found 5 or 6 in the 4 years that we've been here.
Wow, nice.
Yep.
Not enough to make you rich, though, unfortunately, right?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah,
The oyster is worth more than the pearl that comes out of it.
Yeah, right. Okay, anything else you want to add, Mike?
Just that we're here. We're happy to be serving everybody again, and we're open right now. We're open Wednesdays through Sundays from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and we're hopefully going to be opening up to our regular 7-day-a-week hours real soon. We're going to try to do some of the outdoor seating. Patchogue is looking to do, instead of their Alive After 5, they want to do Dine After 9, which means they're going to put tables on Main Street and close it down. And you'll be able to take reservations for a restaurant that you want to go to in town and sit on Main Street, and we'll serve you, we'll bring the food to you all the way on Main Street.
Right.
So that's a really fun event that people should be looking out for, because I think it's going to sell out really quick because there's not going to be a lot of availability.
Great. Excellent. All right, Michael, I want to thank you for doing this, obviously. I know you were on our show once before, and I can tell everybody that your food is very good, delicious.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You and your whole family really are dedicated to the food industry, and it's reflective upon your products, which is great, and we wish you all the best, like I wished Helen, and then once we open up in the studio, or hopefully we'll do some location, we'd like to come back and visit, and see everything.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, I can't wait to be back and have you guys over here too. It's always a good time. We have a lot of fun, and I appreciate you getting our message out there.
Right. Do you want to mention some other places that you're associated with at all? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got our other hot dog restaurant right down the street. It's called Duke's Hot Links and Cold Drinks.
Which we tasted. Your hot dog's delicious. Go ahead.
If you're into hot dogs, we've got a really special one down there. It's all the best toppings, the best dogs, and the best bread. So that's a really great spot to check out for something different. And also Del Fiore Pizza, which is also right here in Patchogue. They're the best pizza around, and it's my sister, my brother-in-law over there. So again, it's in the family, and like you said, we're very dedicated to what we do and keeping this tradition alive that we've been doing our whole lives, and keeping everybody safe while we do it. So
Excellent.
We're happy to be here.
Excellent. Well, we got to get the whole family on. Come when this is all over.
We've got enough of us that we can take up a whole hour of the show.
I don't mind visiting all those places. You know that, right? Just to get a taste of that beautiful food. So
absolutely. Sounds good. Let's make it happen.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So thanks again, Mike. Really appreciate it. It's Mike from The Catch in Patchogue. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Felix. I appreciate it very much.
Go eat that lobster roll. If you don't, man, I'm going to drive down there and eat it.
Don't worry. It'll get eaten for sure.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you, Felix. Take care.
Take care.
All right.
Bye. All right, folks. So that's our show. We got a new venue going on. It's recorded, but it's the best way where we can bring the restaurants back to you, and so you can see what's going on. As you can see, Helen's got everything under control at her bakery in Levittown. Okay, the Sweet Surrender Bakehouse. Go down there, try the cannoli. The cannoli is delicious. I've had it. And also their donuts are wonderful. Plus their breads and everything, which you saw. And then you got to see The Catch with Mike. Mike was on the show before with Duke's Hot Dogs and The Catch. But that lobster roll looked incredible. Really incredible. So this weekend, or if you guys aren't doing anything, take a drive out to Patchogue. I think he's on 112, if I'm not mistaken. He gave the address. Look him on the website. Have some nice lobster rolls. Have some drinks. Maybe if you could get oysters there, do that. And just enjoy life now, especially with what's been going on. I think actually being outside is probably the best way to eat right now. So that's good for a lot of restaurants that can set things up, outside anyway. All right. So hopefully next week we'll bring you some other places. Okay. And then I'm probably going to start to bring in some people that I know to maybe do some cooking demonstrations, some dishes and everything. So I'm looking forward to that. and when we show this show, it may hopefully it'll show today. I just have to see if I can coordinate it with our main man here at Governor's Radio, Mike, and we'll get started again where you guys can see me. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'll watch the show too. You guys can continue messaging, and I'll answer the messages when I see them. Whether at that moment or a day later or anything like that, I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. All right. Then going forward, also I have the quarantine life, where I'm doing a special. I'm going to be turning 60 actually this weekend. But in quarantine life, I'm going to be visiting, or I'm going to be interviewing people in my life, so you kind of get an idea what kind of a wretched life I led. Or a good life, depending on how you look at it. So we're going to have a lot of good stuff in that. I'm going to be interviewing two gentlemen, Robert and Tim. They're brothers who I went to school with one of them, and the other one, we all grew up in the same neighborhood. So it'll be nice to discuss that. I got my cousins coming on. I got old girlfriends coming on. I got my first real girlfriend, and the girl I took to my senior prom. She's going to be the last show, and that should be quite interesting. Then I got a couple of girls that I dated. One girl I took to a ball from LaSalle. And there may be some work friends that I've had through my past. And I think that you'll find it pretty interesting. Okay, so I'm going to be signing off. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this will come out good. I don't know. I seem a little backward here, but seems everything was working today. Thank God. So I'm going to be signing off now, and I wish everyone to be safe, bon appetit, and eat good, eat healthy, and have fun. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, folks. Welcome to COVID-19 Iron Chef. Okay, we're going to do something different. First of all, this is going to be a recorded show. We're not going live due to our technical equipment and everything. We're going to have to shoot this. We have to shoot this on a recorded level. All right. Today we have this Sweet Surrender Bakehouse in Wantor, correct?
In Levittown.
In Levittown, I'm sorry, Levittown. And
Okay.
we have the Catch in Patchogue. Okay?
That's right.
Helen is with the Sweet Surrender Bakehouse in Levittown, and Mike is with the Catch in Patchogue. All right, we're going to start off with Helen and take it from there. What I'm doing is I'm bringing these places to you guys now. Some have been on the show before, some haven't. And we want you to be fully aware of what's going on in their establishments and what they're doing. Okay, so I'm going to switch it over to Helen. Go right ahead.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Chef Felix. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. Yeah. So the way the way COVID has impacted us is we were closed on Palm Sunday. We came to the difficult decision to close for a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks led to more than a couple of weeks, and we reopened about 10 days ago, I would say.
Okay.
And the community was very happy to have us back. They were very happy that we reopened. We established a lot of safety protocols. We social distance as much as one possibly can in the kitchen. Everybody's wearing gloves. Everybody's wearing a mask. In the front, what we did was we established a table at the door so that when people come in, there's a 6 feet barrier between us and them. And they still have the ability to come to the store and to look at all our products, which I'll give you a little bit of a tour of in a little bit. But there's still that 6 feet social distancing distance. And people come in, they pick out what they want like they used to. We write on cakes. We help them pick out all the sweets that they could possibly want and require.
Hey, now, do they Do some people call in their orders? Sorry.
What's that?
Do some people call in their orders and then you do any kind of curbside pickup too? Or
Yeah,
anything like
I
that?
mean, and not so much curbside pickup, but if anybody wants to place an order, they can definitely call it in, and we'll have it ready for them when they come in.
Okay, great.
Curbside pickup sometimes isn't fair to people who come and wait online. So if you
Right.
have some people that are waiting online, and then someone just pulls up and calls up, you know, and don't forget, I'm working with a finite number of items. So if I only have 12 jelly donuts left, and
Right.
somebody calls in and says that they want a dozen, well, what happens to everybody that's online or that are in the
Right.
shop?
Okay,
So
well, it seems like you
that's
got
why it
that.
doesn't really work for our
Right.
business.
Well, it seems like you
We
got
have
that under
delivery options
control,
through Uber Eats,
right?
and that's about it. And that's what we've been trying to do, you know, for the last 10 days.
Okay. Seems like you have everything under control. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, we limited our menu. We cut out some items because, again, we're staggering staff in the back. We're staggering the staff in the front so that we can not have any overlapping of shifts. And as such, you know, as that, you know, we've had to cut back on some of the products,
Right.
you know, but if somebody wants to place an order for something and it's something that we used to make, we're able to do it for them, we do.
Okay, so
But I mean,
basically,
we still have a full stack, which I'm going to
Right.
show you right now.
what is it that people seem to be ordering the most right now? Do you know?
Listen, I mean, donuts and smaller occasion cakes.
Right.
You know,
Right.
no one's having the big parties anymore, but they're still celebrating a birthday. They're still celebrating a graduation, but the cakes are definitely just smaller than what they used to be.
Okay.
And, you know, I mean, nobody comes in here and doesn't buy one of our donuts. You know, they always need a jelly
I've had your
donut.
donuts, as you could see, and they're delicious.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour right now. So just
Okay,
bear
great. Why don't you do that?
with me. We have all the fresh bread that's baked every day. We have rolls, we have rye bread, Italian, French, semolina, challah bread.
Nice.
And then on this end, we have the donuts.
They look
We have
great.
the cinnamon sugar jelly, the Boston creams, powdered, frosted,
Uh-huh.
French crullers, cinnamon
Yeah,
raisin bread.
They look delicious. What do you think, Mike? They look good or what?
I think I'll take all those Boston creams to go, please. Those look incredible.
I'll pack them up for you. When are you coming?
I'll come down with some lobsters for you. We'll have an exchange program.
Oh, that sounds like a fair deal to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
it sounds
think I
pretty
might
good.
get the better end of that.
I'm not sure. We'll see.
And then we have our cakes here, you know.
Okay.
Like I said, the carousel isn't as full as it used to be
Right.
on any given Thursday. But, you know, it is what it is. So
Well,
we're
I'm
trying to
sure.
accommodate whatever the customers want.
I'm sure as we go on, hopefully everything will start to progress back to normal again. You know. So.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
And, of course, we have our cannolis front and center.
Yes. This is the house of the granola.
Yep.
Yep. For those viewers that don't know, Helen's Bakery created a cannoli, and they do different types of cannoli every day or every month. What do you usually do?
Every month we change it. We always have original. Original
Uh-huh.
just has the cannoli cream on the inside. And then every month we do a flavor of the month. And what we decided to do this year was bring summer early and start the coconut one.
That looks delicious. Yep.
You know, a little earlier than we normally do.
Great. That looks good. Really good. Nice.
But, you know, I mean, just the regular pastries that we have, like I said.
Uh-huh.
The showcases are just a little emptier than what they normally would be.
Right. Of course. And are you open every day, or are there certain days you close?
We're closed on Mondays.
Closed on Mondays. Okay.
Yeah, hold on, I'm going to switch this over now.
And what are your hours? I don't know if you said that already, but go ahead.
Yeah, we're open every day except Mondays. We open at 6 a.m. We close at 7 p.m. Tuesdays through Saturdays, and Sundays we